Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
53 at the mic. Let's make these babies cry. 6'6". Pull it high. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, Steven.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
It's our time. It's our time. Bring up 48. Hey, Haywood. 53 is the mic. Double dog. That's the way. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's brought in by Doxson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Doxson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check. Hey, alert 3. Slam. Check. 57. Right side.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Come on, Locke. We better not.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Cousins to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Bailey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Yellow. 54, right, 54. I'm coming. Check 50. And Ripley. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the slant.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
54. You got double in team. Mike 5-4. Alpha. 5-4. I got it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike 27, zoom, fellas, let's go. Hey, check Mike 27, Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get my friend.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Dancing to his left. Kansas City touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Third and long for Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On 1st down, it's McCoy. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm coming after you. You got it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Whip. Yellow. Under 10. 10.
Now McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And the kick by Butker is good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The grab made by Curse over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Buzz. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Mike 27.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Here's Mahomes now on the option right, and he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. 15. Mike 55.
Mahomes now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Now a run with Cook. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
First down, Minnesota.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53, Mike. Hey, box truck. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming.
Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Yellow. 55. You won't see me in your nightmare, son. Yellow. See me in your nightmare. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got you. I got you. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
It's going to be a long day. Bravo. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yellow, I'll go Louie. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Give him 32 on the play.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 61. Matchbox. Light. Check safety. Check safety. Easy.
On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. '53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. Here we go, here we go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 15. Check 27.
Back to throw. Mahomes. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. But a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
54 Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Williams. And some room to maneuver. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
180. Double time. 4 down. Check.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.